Good morning, friends. This topic is very relevant for all of us. Whatever may be our professions, whatever may be our social and economic background, this topic is very, very relevant and is badly required to understand. Friends, we are going to talk about what are the real factors which are attributed to a success in life. See, we often talk about success in terms of achieving goals. Undoubtedly, success can be defined in terms of achieving goals. Success for one person may have one meaning, but for the others it will be different. So success means one thing for one person and the other for other person, because everyone's goal in life differ from one another, friends. But most important thing is that success is a very subjective matter. It is a very subjective matter. A person can be considered successful when he or she has achieved all the goals that she or he has set in her or his life. But you see, success does not necessarily mean that you have to be wealthy, accomplished, and powerful. Many people just consider that if you are wealthy, if you are really having power, and if you are really accomplished, you are a successful individual. But it is a big mistake. Wealth is one ingredient of success, which is essential to lead a better life. But to have accomplishment in any area of life gives you partial success. Even if you are having lots of resources and even if you are very powerful, you are not said to be completely successful. So a successful person is not necessarily a wealthy one or an accomplished individual or a powerful one, but a really successful person is one who has utilized his or her abilities to the maximum and has made herself the best version of herself. If you have made your best version, I mean, if you have made the best version of yourself, you are the most successful person. But then that really requires that you have utilized your ability to the maximum. Friends, there are many ways to be successful in life. There are people who often get confused with saying that, well, to achieve a lot of wealth, to achieve luxuries of life is to be really successful. But I don't think that even if you are having a lot of wealth, a lot of luxuries, you are really having achieved all the goals of life. So friends, if you really want to determine the real success in life, you have to go through different factors. You have to analyze those factors. Success may be defined for an individual. The idea of success may differ greatly from one individual to another individual. But there are 10 important factors that really attribute to a success in our life. The first one is having a clear plan. If you have not made a clear plan of what you really want to do in your life, there are many people who are always having ambiguous plan. They're not clear about what they really want to do in their life. So try to first find out and make a plan of what you really want to achieve in your life. What kind of life you are going to have, what kind of career you are going to have. So plan your goal, set your goal, try to be clear about your plan, really what you want to do. So make a clear cut and clear idea of what you really want to have and what you really want to become in life. See, for students, it is very important. They should, in the very beginning, at the class 5 level, they should decide what they are going to do in their future. For students, it is important that they should plan for their career right at the primary stage. Suppose the child is very curious to learn science and want to be scientist or want to be engineer or want to be a doctor, he or she should be very clear of what she really wants. If a person is interested in music, he or she must be tapped out at the very primary stage that what is her real talent. If she is very good at music, let her or let her be allowed to learn music right from the primary level. So always have a clear plan. If you're not having a clear plan where exactly you want to reach, what actually happiness you want to achieve in your life, or where you really want to reach in your life, if you're not having a clear plan, it will be very difficult for you to have success in your area. So you must have a clear idea of where you want to be in the future. That will really, when you have a clear idea, it will not only streamline your approach and your actions, it will also help you to achieve your goal without wasting much time. So explore your possibilities and find out what really your plan is in the future. Second important factor is prioritizing your goal. Suppose you have set 6 goals, 7 goals in your life, then make a priority of which goal is to be given immediate attention. For instance, for a parent, there may be more than one goals. For example, for a good parent, the first priority of every parent is to educate his or her child. So if the parent wants really happiness in life, the first priority for a parent should be to provide better schools, better education, and better, I mean, guidance to their children. Then the second priority is to have achievement in the area they are working, their career. Suppose the parents are engaged in business, then their second priority will be to pay attention to their business and their work. Suppose a government employee is there, then his or her first plan should be to give her and his children better education, and then to have better quality of life by doing great in the area that they are working. So the second most important thing is to prioritize. If you have 5 goals, then make a priority of which goal you are willing to pay attention to first, then which one next, then which one later on. Because if you are taking 3 or 4 goals all together, it will be difficult for you to pay attention to all the goals at a time. So first, because your goals may be short term goal, long term goal. If you are having a short term goal, that is means first you have to educate your children, then you have to go for better career in your life, or you are having a better career, you have already achieved your, I mean, substantial wealth in life, or you have already got a job in life, then your priority should be to educate your children. And suppose you have already educated your children, then you should always go for quality of life. What kind of settlement you want to give to your child, where your child wants to settle, whether he is willing to settle in India or abroad, or if he is willing to settle abroad, what are other possibilities. So try to prioritize your goals, and then after that, try to acquire relevant educational skills, education and skills. Without education and skills, nobody can succeed in life. If you are not having substantial and enough education, if you are not really qualified for a job, if you are not really qualified for a business, if you are not having the proper skill of your job that you are willing to go for, if you are not well educated, if your educational qualification is not enough, then you will not be able to do better in life. So a good education can provide you, you know, ample knowledge, insights, and comprehensive understanding, and that will help you achieve your success. Your chosen professions requires certain skills, certain knowledge. For anybody, knowledge is very important. Skill is also very important. So try to acquire sufficient qualifications and knowledge, educational knowledge, and then go for sharpening your skill. For example, if you are a technocrat, you must be skilled in your profession. You must be very proficient in your profession. Whatever, I mean, branch you have taken, you must be, the best of that. Then only you can have the excellent, educational skill and technical skill. So you must give proper attention to acquiring sufficient qualification, educational qualifications and skill. And thereafter, you must cultivate good habits. See, habits, you know, they are your lifelong companions. It is always said that habits are our best friends. So if you are having good habits, undoubtedly all your work will be smoother. But if you are having bad habits or old habits which really are not conducive enough to help and support your success, then give up those habits and try to acquire and cultivate new habits and cultivate good habits that can be productive and organized. There are many people who go by their old habits, getting up late in the morning, lingering that टालना, वर्क को टालते जाना, leave it, we will do it tomorrow. So they are not prompt in their action. They have already decided they will do it in 1 year. So if you are not having scale of working, speed and scale of working, your work will be lingered and that will be a burden for you. So you must cultivate good habits. Punctuality and promptness in your work are good habits. So if you are old having old habits which are not working, try to change it. Cultivate good habits and try to forgive and forsake all those bad habits which are really hurdles and impediments in your path. So try to cultivate new habits and away from old habits. Thereafter, having positive attitude. So no human being can succeed having negative attitude. People are often they are influenced by negative ideas, negative thoughts. So try to acquire positivity in life. Always try to have positive mindset and thoughts and positive approach in your life. It is always said, soch an approach. If you are having right thought and if you are having right approach, you will be really successful. So you must have positive attitude towards life. That the circumstances that you are working at can really become very pleasant if you are having a positive attitude towards that. So when you have a positive attitude, you are better equipped with all the ideas and you can deal with the stress in your day-to-day life in a very calm and peaceful manner. And then learning from your mistake. People often learn from the past mistakes. Our mistakes are the best teachers. They teach us a lot. So we should learn from our past mistakes